This is Cassandra Williamson. I am so glad you're with us today. Thank you for being here. I'm down in LA, and if you don't know what that means Lower Alabama, just for those of you who are not aware. Down here where we have what's called Alabama Round. That's just baloney. Alabama Round. Back home in Eastern Kentucky, we just called that, hillbilly steak, just for the heck of it. So let me put my banner up here, and we're going to do a little thing across the bottom. First thing is, this is the Transgender Veteran Show or the Cassandra Williamson Show. I do them both this way because I like that kind of punch it in your face kind of stuff. And this is our action group side, which means that I can talk about a lot of crap out there that are affecting our transgender veterans and our diverse veterans and Americans in general. And I will do that incessantly throughout this show. So I hope you enjoy it. This will only be a 30-minute show, but after that, I'll also continue the streaming, but I'm going to be streaming a program from the VA, just so you're aware of that too. So it's from the Veteran Experience Office. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. Hang around if you're interested in what's going on with the Veteran Experience Office. Also, let's see, if you're under 18 years of age, leave. This is not the show for you. We don't need you in here. Come back whenever you turn 18 or older. You're always welcome then. Also, you can put your comments over in the side over here, and just let us know what you think. And so right now, I don't know who's watching from where, because I don't know actually how we count the count from the website or a couple other of our sites. Let me see. There's some of them that aren't mentioned. You have Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, but you don't have Twitter and LinkedIn up there. So you've got Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube as a count, but nothing from LinkedIn or Twitter or from our website. But your comments will still show up, I think. So anyway, if you want to comment, please do. So let's just jump right into the headlines really quickly. Let me go find out where the headlines are first. Let's go right there. Okay. Let me go over here. We're going to share the page, folks, and talk about some news headlines. Share the screen up here to this one. Hit that for Project 2025 because that's where the page is at. Then I'm just going to hit the headlines. I haven't had a chance this morning to actually review the headlines. Breaking CPI report shows inflation cooled to 3.2% in October, which is good. It should probably be around between 2 to 3%. I think that's what you actually expect it to be. That's, economists talk about that a lot. If you've read anything by economists, you kind of get that happens. What happens when Annie Hunter's okay? No, I'm not going into that article. Let me go to the next one. Metro. That's an ad. Let's go down to the next one. Trump gaining ground in state no Republican has won in decades. Let me see. Which state would that be? I'm going to guess it's probably New York. Hey, look at that. I was right. Former President Donald Trump, a longtime New Yorker, is seeing a potential shift in the voter sentiment in New York State, according to a recent poll from the Siena College Research Institute. The poll indicates that Trump is narrowing the gap with President Joe Biden, with Biden leading 46 to 37%, down from 52 to 31% just last month. All right, so this article is actually published by State of the Union. They've got 7,624 followers. I don't know who they are really at this point. Andrew Sanders is the author. It's published 13 hours ago. So we got that one out there. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with the rest of these articles before we jump into them. Grow up. Cartoonist speaks out after Washington Post censors a moss drawing. Yeah, well, we need a lot of growing up, don't we? And I know what the cartoon was. Yeah. All right. So Florida teacher fired after breaking so-called "Don't Say Gay" law by using gender-neutral honorific MX. Well, let me tell you something. Your pronouns are yours. They are absolutely yours. You have them. You have them. And if you want people to call you those things, particularly in a school environment, that's fine. You can ask your students to do that. You don't have to force them to do it. But I think that this is going too far about a teacher being fired for that. If in fact that they were being pushed, if they were pushing people to do that. Now, there's a lot of grayness in all of this kind of stuff, okay? But the first thing is, we should not be telling anyone that you must, absolutely must use the pronouns that identify me, because you're me or us or whatever, because you only have control over yourself. You don't have control over someone else. And if they say something that you don't happen to like, well, you don't have to sit there and listen to it. Okay. All right. Migrants U-turn on American dream as they return home after finding nothing for us here. Okay. Well, small nation leads by example is now in Ukraine. Let's see. What's this talking about? Let's go back down through here. This is from ESSA News, ESSAnews.com, 12,947 followers article by MT. Lithuania. Okay, Lithuanian Ministry of Defense has confirmed the delivery of another support package to Ukraine. Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear about that. That's good. We need more of that, because you cannot allow another state, an aggressor state, to take your land, period. And that's what Russia is. They become a pariah, an aggressor state. They have no business taking anything from Ukraine. There, said it. Don't like it? Well, okay. All right, let's see. D.C. Attorney General hits back at Jordan Comer in Leonard Leo probe. Oh. I'm going to let that go. I don't want to jump into that one either. Right? Fine. A manifesto of hate. Okay, a manifesto of hate. Marjorie Taylor Greene, incensed as major retailer rejects her book for stalking. Well, what the hell do you think there, Marjorie? Has criticized Hudson booksellers for deciding not to carry her tell-all in their stores. Hudson's decision marks another instance where the bookseller has declined to stock an America First book. Donald Trump Jr., co-owner of the publishing company, okay, that labeled MTG as the most dangerous woman in Washington, on their website expressed his concern on Twitter, decrying the situation as an act of censorship. Well, I kind of think the publishers have that right, don't you? Yeah. And if the bookstore or if a retailer decides not to carry a book, well, that's on them too, right? Right, you know. Okay, let's jump to something else. Oh, goodness. All right, NRA is slowly dying. Yeah, well, don't count that out. That's what we said about the Heritage Foundation back in the early 2000s, right? Yeah, look where that got us. Christian student wins $150,000 lawsuit against her school. Okay. Let me see, read service. Now let's go on to Yeshiva University cancels classes ahead of tomorrow's DC March. Yeshiva. Okay. Yeah, probably a good idea, because there's some stupid people in the world out here. Native American tribes fight U.S. over a proposed $10 billion renewable energy transmission line. That's their land, folks. Get out of their way. Leave them alone. It's their land. They get to decide what they want to do with their land, don't they? Okay. Senate tests new tactic to end Tuberville blockade of the military promotion. Let's see what's going on with that one. And I wish I could recall Senator Tuberville back to Alabama and then send him back home to Florida. The Senate Rules Committee will take up a resolution Tuesday that could allow, that's today, isn't it? Yeah, and allow 350 non-political military promotions at one time, bypassing Senator Tommy Tuberville's blanket hold nominees in protest of the Pentagon's abortion policy. The panel will vote to advance the plan, which will allow senators to change procedure temporarily without making a permanent rule change. Good. I fully support that. And could allow most of the stall promotion to be considered on the floor in large batches. Major promotion military leaders like the Joint Chiefs of Staff would require individual votes. But, you know, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, yeah, fine. That's fine. But then if you get Tuberville trying to shove his complete disdain for national security, lack of understanding and knowledge of it, yeah, I really wish he would just come back home or come back to Alabama, and then we can send him home to Florida, because that's where he actually lives. He's got a mailing address in Florida, in Alabama, but his mansion is down there in Florida. Thank you. So that article is from the Washington Examiner. And rather than jumping into all of that, because I already know the slant that will take, Samantha Jo Roth, 5 hours ago. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Okay, we're back to the beginning. All right, so let's break out of that for a minute and go check out Twitter really quickly, because I think it's always fun just to go see what's happening over there, right? Oh, I get a kick out of that every time. Let me stop sharing that, and we're going to go over to Twitter, and let's see what people have said up here. Let's go to that one. I'm going to go share the page again with you. That's not the page I want to share. It's this one here. That one. Present. And let's do this. Share the screen. We're going to go with X. Twitter. Okay. Oh my gosh. American Principles Project is putting out these little things like this all the time. And let me just see. Gender affirming care is destructive. Encouraging dangerous hormones and surgeries is evil. Affirming one's mental illness and encouraging dangerous hormones and oh my God. You are full of crap. You are showing how little you know. Talk to us. Talk to me. Talk with me. Let's put it that way. Talk with me. I'd love to hear from you. Have a live show. Have a live show with you on the board, on with us, with you. Live show with you on our show. Let me post this other thing over here. I got a little picture to put up here to go with this, okay? Here we go. Got just the one. I think this is in, that's an Abe Lincoln quote. Let me go on down through here. Let me see, I've got a few others I can share. Which one's EC Trip? Okay, this one. I've shared this with them before. Let me fix that for you. Gender is, it's not the one I want to use. Okay, so which one do I want to use? Let me go find a picture I want to put up here, folks. Let me see which one it will be. I know which one. I've got one that's just perfect for this. That one. Unless, of course, you're afraid of us. Of course. If you're afraid to take us on, afraid of a challenge. Okay. Okay. That is a description. Leave that out. Tag people. Oh, I'm going to tag some people. Oh, no, you can't tag people in that one. I'm just going to go like this. We'll go with, let me put up here. Wait, back. Where'd it go? Here. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to put Kevin Roberts in here too, because I just love tagging Kevin Roberts. If he's still active with me. There he is. Yeah, okay. Kevin Roberts, Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, Rufo. Let me see. New College of Florida. Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Okay. I'm following him just for the hell of it. Yeah, I'm trying to poke the bear, folks. Come on. Got to, right? Reply. There we go, folks. Okay. Now let's see what other the comments. This is actually, I get a big kick out of this. Katie's follow me. It's okay. Proud Texas Democrat Jack Smith set and stone. Okay. Cold silence. Trump lawyers pleaded with him not to indict. Okay, Midas Touch reposted a video from ABC News. Georgia prosecutor's interview with former Miss Ellis tells them she was personally informed by a top Trump advisor that Trump was not going to leave the White House. We've seen that before too, right? We knew that. He's just a power-hungry idiot. Okay. So that's what we have going on over there. Let's go back up to the home button, go home. Let's check out, see what's going on. It is the responsibility of adults to protect children from making dangerous and irreversible decisions. American Principles Project. Yeah, agreed. No, I don't have a problem with that. All right. Elon Musk was just informed that approval to launch should happen in time for a Friday launch. Yes, Starship preparing to launch as early as November 17th, pending final regulatory approval, SpaceX.com. That's the one thing that I like about what Elon Musk has been doing, because I do believe that the future of our entire planet and everybody on it is in space. So we've got to be there. We've got to start building the technologies, making all this stuff happen, and getting to work on it, folks, because that's where it's going to be. We're going to have all of that resources. Oh, here's another person I like talking to or about. Okay. He says, I support mass deportation of every person who came to America illegally. Your family did. I'm not sure, though. I'll leave that one alone for right now. I really would love to comment on that, because that's not crazy, too. He has a lot of nerve, willing to waste precious debate time. Breaking! Chris Christie's campaign announces they have reached 80,000 individual donors, meeting the qualification for the fourth debate. You know where the fourth debate is going to be, everybody? Right here in my town in Alabama. Yep, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm just across the river in Northport, but I'm just still in this little metropolitan area. So, yeah, December the 6th, right here, Tuscaloosa. We're going to have a lot of people here, and I'm wondering if I could get in. I would love to wear my shirt that I've got on right now, and just walk right in there, just have a seat and listen, and then boo incessantly. But I would like to listen. I really would like to listen to that in person. That would be good. I don't even know who to reach out to, because I'm sure the local Republican Party, they know me well enough not to let me go there. End Wokeness says, oh, okay, all right. Oh, wow. Killed plush. Okay, Sebastian Gorka. Oh, Seb. Another one I like to watch and see what he has to say, because, I've spoken with Seb. Seb, should Adam Schiff be removed from Congress? I don't know. Don't know enough about it. Okay, Libs of TikTok. Oh, here's another one. They always find the worst examples of who transgender people are and then put a spotlight on them. And if you're one of those transgender people out there and you know that what you're going to do could possibly end up, stereotyping all of us because of your craziness, well, I'm calling you out for it. If you're crazy, then I'm going to call you out. I don't care if you're transgender or not. Trans activist wishes death and torture on transphobic people in violent, psychotic TikTok. FBI might want to look at this. Well, that person probably has been tortured and traumatized so much that that's the only thing they know about doing. However, it is wrong to wish death and torture on transphobic people. They have their own hell to live in. You don't have to make one for them. Okay. Truth challenge. Someone just referred to me as hyper-evolved pond scum. That's brilliant. Hyper-evolved pond scum. Oh my God. Abortion is not the fix many women are deceived into thinking it will be. Here's what every woman should know before she considers getting an abortion. Okay. Queen Katharina. Oh, look at this thing. Just announced Jacob Chansley will be running for Congress as a libertarian. He served 2 years in jail for this horrific behavior on January the 6th. Would you vote for him? No. No. Okay. Of course not. Oh my God, that guy's a clown. All right. Oh my God. Oh shoot. Oh my God. Naked psycho animal gets tased by Houston police. Well, one thing, he's not an animal. He's probably a psycho, but not an animal, because that makes it easy to just go ahead and just commit all kinds of violence against that person. Anyway, you should know about this case. If you haven't heard of this, Matt Walsh about it. Jillian Ludwig was an 18-year-old musician Matt lives in Nashville, attended Belmont University. She died a few days ago after getting hit in the head by a bullet fired by Shaquille Taylor, who was out on the street. Coroner shooting randomly at passing cars. Taylor was, of course, a career criminal, with an extensive rap sheet. Just past spring, he was charged with aggravated assault when he shot into a vehicle with children inside. The charges were dismissed. Taylor was set free after court deemed him mentally unfit for trial. And now there's a problem with that. It should have gone straight from mentally being deemed by the court to be mentally unfit to being put into a little analysis, a hold. They didn't send him to a mental institution. They just let him go. And I happen to believe that he's right on that point. That person should not have been released, period. Okay? Go back. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh. As much as I find Speaker Johnson to be a weak leader, at least he has endorsed President Trump. He also endorsed January the 6th. And he's also a Christian nationalist, a dominionist. That makes him a theocratic, authoritarian, Christian nationalist. And you can put the rest at the end of that. There's another word that goes right behind that. It's called fascist. Okay, a damn Nazi. Well, what's the first thing you think about when you see Stephen Miller? Well, I think he needs help. I really do. I'm fascinated. Christopher Rufo. Okay, Christopher Rufo. I'm fascinated by the sizable contingent of young people who are still masking at Blue City airports and anti-Israel protests, trying to figure out if COVID created a new cohort of neurotic youth or simply created an easy visual signifier for identifying them. Well, COVID is still active and is pretty damn dangerous still. So they're not willing to take their chance on that, apparently. But as far as I could tell, anyway. Okay, Biden supporters say they will leave the United States. All right, Donald Trump. Everybody says that all the freaking time, and only a handful ever do on either side of that line, either side of the political divide. Some people get pissed because of all kinds of crap, but they aren't willing to stick around and fight, and they should. Okay, let me see. Ron DeSantis, never take ecstasy to try and appear human. Okay. Not one spending bill or CR should move forward till our fucking border is closed. Gunther. Okay. Foghorn Leghorn, Trump's Truth Social takes massive loss, incurs $73 million loss. Of course it does. Trump is telling his followers that immigrants are poisoning the blood of the country. That's straight, and I'll agree with George Takei on this. It's straight out of the Hitler playbook. It's an open nod to white supremacy, and it has no place in our society, and he has threatened to round up 11 million undocumented immigrants. Okay, well, let's go out of this, stop sharing over here, and let's jump back to the other page, because I do need to see about what's going on here. And no comments. I see a couple of people watching, but I'm getting ready to switch over to a program that the VA Experience Office is hosting today in like 5 minutes. Excuse me. I don't know exactly what the topic is, but I did get an email about it today, and I just wanted to share that with everyone, and so that you can see what the VA Experience Office is doing these days. Okay, so hang around and let's enjoy that. Give me 1 second to find where the email is for it. Okay, not there, not there. Where is it? Maybe it's on this page. Give me 1 second. Let's join us today. Okay, give me a minute. Here we go. Please join right there. Open Microsoft Teams, and it's probably going to say wait. There are already 9 people waiting. We have muted your mic. Okay. And then what I will do is make sure my mic is muted and my camera is off at this point. So we have quite a few people in this thing, so I'm going to go here. Give me 1 minute. Increase the size of this. Go back to this one. Go here and start sharing. Okay. Just give me a second. We'll keep talking a little bit, waiting for the show to actually start, and we'll see what it's all about. Okay. Present. Share screen. This is from the VA, folks. Join us today. That's not it. I'm actually looking for another window. This one here.
Hey, Cicely, you got on. I was going to say hi. How are you? Sorry. Yep. I was like, oh, this is a no camera call. So far, no camera.
So anyway, everybody's watching on this thing. I do appreciate you being here, whatever you're doing. This show is from the Department of Veterans Affairs. It's Vet Resources Community Network, Community of Practice, FY24 quarter 1, the first quarter of fiscal year 24. And it's through the Veterans Experience Office. And I turned off my camera, thank you, because it's turned off. And most people's cameras turned off, but I don't hear anyone at the moment. I think they're all, we're just waiting. We got 15 people in the room. Let's see who we have. Okay, some I know. Yeah.
Hey, Betty, nice to see you.
Okay, and let's see. Yeah, we're getting a few more people. 19 people rolling in. Yeah, I know a few of these people. Some of them. So,
Maurice, it's great to see you.
All right, Ashley Carruthers. Hey, Ashley. Anyway, people watching, I hope you can hear this.
Nice to see you, Angela. How was Norway? Norway was a lot of fun. The race was sleet and cold and wind, but we survived. She completed it. She now has 2 T-shirts from Horseman. So well, that's awesome. That's good. I'm glad that you got to go and support her. It's awesome.
Okay. About 3 or 2 more minutes or so, they'll start the actual program. Everyone, you're watching over on our live stream show. Let me kind of reduce the size so I can actually see.
Good afternoon. Just wanted to do a quick tech check that you can see me.
I can see you and I can hear you loud and clear, Patrick.
Thank you.
So I'll put the comments on one side of this shared screen. All right, so you can look in here. The comments are actually from you. If you want to listen in, that's fine. If you want to participate, that's fine too. But the comments will be made on my side, on my screen, and not on this general screen with the VA. Okay, just so everybody knows that if you're watching. Increase the size, and I'm going to get out. Let's close out that for a second. They're bringing up their resources for this program, and if you want to comment, do so over on the side. Whatever you might see or hear. This is the Vet Resources Community Network, the VRCN, of which TDVA is a part. And so it says I'm muted, though. I don't know if you hear me or not. Can you hear me? Anybody? Can you hear me? I think I'm just muted over on this screen and not this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go back to that screen. Give me a second. Here we go. I'll find it again. Da-da-da-da-da. I've got it in there somewhere. Gotta find the right one. There it is. Okay. All right. So we're back. We'll give them a few minutes to get ready to roll, and we'll see what this program is all about today. Community of Practice. This is the, I may increase the size just a little bit too, just so we can, let's see if I can blow it up. Ah, there we go. So you can see it better. How's that? And I'm thinking I can scroll it around a little bit or drag it around. There we go. Okay, so what you're looking at now is that screen from there.
Good morning, or good afternoon. I'm an hour behind and it still feels like morning to me here. So welcome everyone. We're just going to wait a few more minutes I know that people are logging on, probably eating lunch while they'll be on this call. So we'll have a lovely lunch together.
Okay, a few more minutes, a few seconds or so to start up and see what happens.
Hello. Gary, I like that green wall.
Yeah, in some of our band offices, it's either green or bright blue. So really bright and cheery. But the danger is if you knew how to do anything about a green screen, you could project weird things in my background.
We'll be starting shortly. People are just logging on.
So got 44 people logged in so far, folks. They can't hear me, or neither can they see me at this point. All the mics are turned off, and all the cameras, except for those who are actually presenting, are turned off as well. I did want to give everyone here an opportunity to actually see what's going on. I appreciate you watching wherever you may be watching from. I know this show is live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website. So let's see what they have to say. I don't know how long the program is to last either. It says to 2, but we're not going to stick around to 2 o'clock, folks. That's one hour time. Okay, 1 Central Time. That's 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern.
Reminder to mute your mics.
So, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and just get started. So welcome, everyone. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to spend the afternoon with us. Well, not the whole afternoon, hour and a half. There you go. I hope everyone had a wonderful Veterans Day weekend filled with great stories and, of course, all of our wonderful discounts. So just some housekeeping things that I wanted to share throughout the COP, like Andy just mentioned. Please mute your mics. We'll have Q&A after our speakers, so you can go off mute and ask some questions. We definitely encourage that. No problem. Also, you can put those questions in the chat, and everything afterwards will always be in our Idea Lab, and Matt will discuss that.
I did not. I'm right now listening to a Veterans Resource Community Network thing through the Veteran Experience Office at VA. It's actually live on all of our channels too, by the way.
Invite in Teams as well, and it will be in our Idea Lab. Also, throughout the briefs, we will be having some pop-up polls, so please take the time and click away on that. That would be helpful. We use that for our ideas for the next COP and
I did see something about that over on Twitter.
With no further ado, we will get started, and I want to introduce John Bursler, our Chief Veterans Experience Officer. John?
Thanks so much, Angela, and howdy, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm in broadcasting from Mayfield Air Force Base, where we're visiting the Special Operations Command Warrior Care team and their transition assistance program. It's starting to rain here, so that's why it's a bit loud. But just wanted to pop on it and say welcome y'all to the Vet Resources Community Network quarterly meeting. We, as Angela mentioned, fantastic Veterans Day. I hope you all had a really great weekend.
Thank you.
I
appreciate it.
Too,
Thanks.
Because that is definitely always worth celebrating. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming up.
Always. All right. Talk to you later.
Caregivers Month. So we're going to be doing a couple of events around that at VA. We'd love for y'all to share, and as well as our fraud prevention awareness week. And we're, as you saw from the president releasing the Veterans Fraud Evasion Task Force, which is a partnership of all federal agencies helping prevent scam and fraud or predatory actors impacting veterans and their families. So we're going to be doing a lot of listening sessions across the country and above to plug in with you and your organizations whenever we're out and about. And finally, just wanted to say thanks to everyone for your help in getting the word out about Buddy Week. You made it a very successful. You helped us make it a very successful first National Buddy Check Week, and we hope to make it even bigger and even better next year. So thanks so much. Y'all are in great hands. We're going to go back into the TAP class here, and hope y'all are having a great one. Cheers. Thanks for everything you do. Happy late Veterans Day.
Thanks, John. Thanks for the updates and enjoy TAP. At least he didn't call it TAP, so John knows TAP is not a 4-letter word. So let's get started and we'll get some VRCN updates from our own Andy Martinez.
Hey everybody, sorry I'm a little under the weather. Thanks for joining. I wanted to hit on something called our Gaming Partner War Room that we started a few months ago. And one of the things we're trying to do is really increase access to veterans and families who are gaming. So we know there's a percentage, I'm sharing my screen here with the flyer. So we know that it's a strategy veterans and their families use for peer support, camaraderie, mental health. We know that based on the data that's out there. So we want to make sure we're really leveraging gaming partners to reach veterans as much as we can. So we just want to give awareness that we launched that. So here's some of our key collaborators that we're working with and trying to build those relationships with. You're going to hear from a couple of them today. So if you are interested in learning more about that, let me know. But again, it comes down to increasing access to VA.
Wow, that's
Trying to
pretty
build
cool.
trust with veterans who are coming to us so that they will come to us and that we can help them. So I wanted to share that. And you'll hear from some partners talk about that in just a minute. And then I wanted to hit on something called the Be Safe Listening Tour. So veteran fraud, like John talked about, is really important to address. And we're doing a listening tour where we're going to connect with 10 vulnerable veteran population groups. So veteran populations that are more susceptible to fraud, minority veteran groups. Some data with the FTC tends to show there are groups that are more vulnerable than others. So we're going to do 10 listening sessions, some with partners, some with veterans, to really understand their veteran fraud experience, what they wish they had that could have protected them from fraud, what tools they need from VA, and some questions around branding as well. Why weren't they coming to VA? If they have a need, a veteran has a need, why weren't they coming to VA for that? And what made them be more susceptible to fraud? When a predatory actor knocks on the door, maybe if we could get them in our door, in VA's door, they'd be less susceptible to fraud because we'd be meeting their needs. So that's what we're working on now. We have one with some of our partners. So if you all have been invited to give us your feedback on elderly and veteran caregiver fraud this month, and then we're going to be doing a session with minority veterans next month. So again, if you're interested in more information on that, just let us know. I'm going to kick it back to Angela to go over our VRCN employer collaborative effort and what that is. Angela, turning to you.
My computer is a little slow today. I don't know. It's already on Thanksgiving vacation, I think it is. So I know some of you are probably in the collaborative, and I want to say thank you so much for that help and that connection. But just a quick overview of what we're trying to do here is the Veterans Experience Office. We're leading a new opportunity and outreach effort with large employers to raise awareness about VA programs and services and benefits to, get people understanding what it's all about. We have a lot of veterans out there that we still don't have a fingerprint on, and the ERGs, the employer resource groups, do. And that's why we're going to be tapping into them, working with them. We already had a brief with General Dynamics. Tomorrow with VHA and VBA, we're working and doing a VA 101 briefing for nearly 1,000 employees, veteran employees, part of the Department of Labor ERG. I believe they call it the Military Veteran Alliance is what they're calling it. But it's all about cultivating peer and mental health support with veteran employees. We want to increase those employment opportunities for veterans and male spouses. And it's a collaborative, so it's with people within our stakeholders, our VA, Hiring Our Heroes, all those places are working together in conjunction. Like we did a brief with General Dynamics the other day, and RWB was on there. And they're right in that network working with these employer readiness groups, resource groups as well. So, oh, yay. We'd love to hear that, Erin. We're all about that. So we just have some amazing things going on. So if you know people who are in that space, or you want to do some introductions, please reach out, and we would love to be briefing them and discussing that with them. Also next month, we are going to be working directly with DOL Hire Vets Medallion Program awardees. So they're the ones that are getting the award. Let's get to them and see what we can do to work and get that word out. So very exciting stuff over here. So Matt, anybody have any questions on that? Okay, if not, just reach out to me. Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Matt Campbell here with the Veterans Experience Office. So I'm sharing my screen here, and you have seen and heard some of the approaches and things that we're doing currently across the BRC and network in partnership with many of you. And, VA doesn't have all the answers. We understand that, some of those problems that we face are being solved and creating solutions by you in the community. And so what we have here on the screen is our VR, or Vet Resources Community Idea Lab. It's a space where we can find out information about what those specific challenges are in the community, and how we can garner your support and getting direct feedback. So again, you'll see some of the tiles that are listed here for things that we're currently working on. We have our social drivers of health framework, which we're working on. Andy talked about the Be Safe, the protecting veterans from fraud. We also have our employer collaborative, which Angela briefly just mentioned, and then Andy mentioned the gaming partner program. So we encourage you all to get in here and look within the Idea Lab. We want you to vote on what the best solutions are. We want you to tell us what your challenges are, and we can't do that without your feedback. And so we would invite you to come into this space and share that with us. So I'll pause there to see if you guys have any questions on the Idea Lab, and then I'll flip it to the next topic. Hearing none. The next one is our Vet Talks Q&A. So as many of you are aware, a lot of you are partners and work within this space. And so we work very closely with Rally Point, which is one of our partners. And so we host these Q&A, question and answer style forums there's no audio or no live component, but it's a chance to get to hear directly from veterans, their families, caregivers, and those in the community, to ask their questions and get them answered by VA experts and community partners such as yourself. And so again, we invite you to be a part of our caregiver and survivor Vet Talks that's coming up on November 16th. That is going to be from 1 to 2 p.m. So if you have not RSVP'd or would like to be a part of that, please contact me. I'll put my email in the chat box there. But that's all I have, and I'll kick it back to Angela. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Matt. And like Matt said, all the slides today, the agenda, everything will be in the Idea Lab. It's like a one-stop shop over here for VRC. I love it. I just want to I have an add-on here from Ashley Brothers from the Center for Minority Veterans. She has a lot of stuff going on, and she wanted to share an event. Ashley, can you hop on for us?
Hey, good morning, well, afternoon. First, thanks so much for taking 2 minutes. Just real quick, we have 2 events that are coming up, one next week and one the following week. The first one is November 20th, and I'll drop it in the chat, but it's for Transgender Day of Remembrance. We're having folks come in person to VACO for that, so if you're interested, you can reach out to me. I'll drop my email in the chat as well. If you can come in person, wonderful, but I'll also put in a link for the live stream for that. And then we also have a November 30th event for Native American History Month that is happening at 11:30 Eastern Time. So I will post both of those. Hi, Cassandra. Look forward to see you on Monday. Hopefully you're still coming up, but I'll drop those links in the chat for everybody. And thank you for giving me about 30 seconds of your time. Have a great day.
Hey, actually, if you want to put them on all one paper, we'll put them in the Ideal Lab as well. So
Perfect.
you can shoot that over to us. That would be a nice, easy peasy that we could take care of for you. So our next speaker that we have in house here is Clanita, and she is going to be discussing some PACT Act updates, PACT Act overview. So Clanita, are you on?
Yes, I will be. For those of you listening in on our live stream on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I will be flying out Sunday morning
Are we good?
to go to DC to
Okay,
be
I'd like
there
to
with
hear that.
Ashley at the VACO office. That's
Alright, so we'll get started.
VA Central Office,
My name is Juanita Dubois,
sometimes
and I'm
called
the
VA Main
Board of
Office, I think.
Workforce for the VA
But
and
anyway,
implementation
yeah,
of all
I'll be
things
there for
PACT.
that, and looking forward to meeting with Ashley.
All right, so here's a quick overview of PACT Act. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this. Over the past year, we celebrated our 1-year anniversary of the PACT Act enactment, and we've achieved a lot of great things so far. For earned benefits, the total PACT Act claims submitted was 1.17 million, and the PACT Act claims approved was over 500,000. We had a grant rate of 76.9%, with an average of 154 days for PACT Act related claims for completion. We've also awarded more than 2.7 billion to veterans and survivors under the PACT Act. Next slide, please. For our toxic exposure screening, we've screened a little over 4.7 million as of October 22nd. A little over 2 million, which is 42.88% toxic exposure screenings, were veterans indoors, at least one potential exposure as of October 22nd. And for healthcare, we've increased the total healthcare enrollment by 25% year over year. We also have a little over 3.9 current enrollees in the PACT Act planning populations, with 91.2% VA healthcare with a 90-day trust score. Next slide, please. So here's a visual of the toxic exposure map. This is an easy way to identify if you or a veteran or service member served in any area covered under the map. And I'll be dropping it in the chat as well. Next slide, please. Okay, so here's an overview of the locations covered under the map. So as you have August 2nd, 1990, here are the covered areas, and then September 11, 2001, those are the covered areas as well. Next slide, please. Okay, and here's an overview of radiations locations. If responded to one of the listed cleanup areas, you may be eligible for radiation exposure presumptives. I do want to urge you all to share this information with your network and community so everyone is aware if they're eligible or not. Next slide, please. So here's the cheat sheet for healthcare eligibility in 2004. I do want to highlight again for this those who served in the locations after August 2nd, 1990, and also September 11, 2001. Just be mindful of those covered areas. Next slide, please. And this says conditions for presumed to be service connected. I do want to highlight also the most common conditions, which include asthma, melanoma, reproductive cancers, breast cancers for women veterans. So just be mindful of that as well. Next slide, please. Okay, I also want to encourage veterans when you are setting up your test appointment, your toxic exposure screening, you'll be asked a few questions. They might do a deep dive into your medical records, so it is important to flag any case of health issues that you currently have, just so your provider is aware. Next next slide. All right, so in order to get any benefits, you have to file a claim, right? And we have two types of claim. We have the new claim and supplemental claim. For a new claim, that's veterans who's never filed for any presumptive conditions. And then for supplemental claim, that's for the presumptive conditions that was previously denied, but is now considered to be presumptive. Next slide, please. All right, this is just some helpful information for veterans and your survivors. I will be attaching all the one-pagers in the chat after this presentation. Next slide, please. And other key notable points, just want to highlight that last bullet under the PACT Act, survivors may be eligible for VA benefits, including dependency, compensations, and burial benefits. Next slide, please. All right, so these are helpful do's and don'ts. We don't want anyone falling victim to any PAC-related scams. So make sure when you do receive an email, make sure you are fact-checking it thoroughly before submitting any information. Next slide, please. All right, in conclusion, while we're making strides in delivering healthcare benefits to our nation's heroes and survivors, we still need your help. We need you all to get the word out. So tell a friend to tell a friend. The most important thing you can do is really just getting the word out to people and to sharing the word with your communities. We encourage all veterans and survivors to apply for healthcare benefits to see if they're eligible under the PACT Act. And if you want to learn more information, please visit our website at va.gov/PAC, or you can call that 1-800 number. All right. Barring any questions, that concludes my presentation.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's launch this poll here. Okay, there we go. My organization can network more with other community partners as a result of the VRCN. You guys see that? Good here.
Angela, it doesn't say what the poll is for, but I guess we can relaunch it. But that's just on my end. Other people can see it.
Okay, so I'm not going to stick around on this show for very much longer, really, with all of you live anyway, who may be watching at this point in time, unless you want to. So let me know over in the chat if you wish me to continue with the live show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, all that kind of thing. These are a lot of partners working together to make things happen better and improve things within the VA. So anyway, just let me know in comments if you wish to continue this on the live part when you're watching it, please.
Just shout out that apology at the get-go. I'm going to stick in the chat a slide that hopefully grounds us on what Governor's Challenge is all about. And I wanted to, again, also mention the fact that many of your organizations have either participated as part of a Governor's Challenge team across the nation, or you've been one of the many folks who have presented as subject matter experts, and your organization has been one that's elevated the strategies or best practices.
All right, so hearing no comments from anyone or reading no comments from anyone, I'm going to go ahead and stop the live stream now. It's been about an hour, but I'll continue watching this VA program and keep anyone informed who may need to see about it, hear about it. And with that, let me kind of minimize this screen off the back, stop sharing.
We've been doing the work since about
And
2017.
let's see how you do it. Let me pull all this up, don't I? Anyway, let me close out with this.
This year,
And
reached
we will
all
go.
50 states and all 5 territories.
Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye. Have a good day.